All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now live. Welcome to the first episode. This is the Key Focus podcast, and I'm your host, yours truly, Kerry Crucial Brothers. Brother! I'm here with my man, Lord Byron.
What up? I go by the name of Lord.
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 And we're going to start it off by taking a couple of questions from people who's catching it live. And be sure to check me out on twitch.tv/Kerry Crucial Brothers. And, of course, YouTube. I don't even know what it is on YouTube. But you can put the @ symbol and Kerry Crucial Brothers 52. And that'll be my YouTube channel, at least for now. But let's get to the first question of the night.
First question of the night comes from, scroll back up, from Dar Hayden.
Dar Hayden.
Make some noise for Dar Hayden.
Dar Hayden. What up, Dar Hayden?
The question is, what's your favorite music/musicians at the moment?
Well, my favorite at the moment. Oh, wow. Wow.
That's hard, right?
Oh, who's my favorite? Musician or artist? It's a musician?
What's your favorite music/musicians?
My favorite music is still soul music, hip-hop, pop. I don't know. Who's my favorite artist right now? I like that new SZA album. We was talking about that, right? I like that new SZA album. That's popping. Who else dropped recently? Oh, and rest in peace to True Goy from De La Soul, man. Word. Bro, rest in peace, man. Their music about to come back to the streaming platform March 3rd for the first time. 20, 30 years, probably 40 years. They've been around since the 80s, so shout out to them. I'm looking forward to that. And Styles P. If anybody out there heard of Styles P, Styles P just dropped another album, independent. That's intelligent gangster. I don't know if y'all know about the Locks. You know, I'm a New Yorker. Not to be confused with Harry Styles. This is Styles P. Harry Styles P. Yo, new Harry Styles P. They should do a record together. I can make that work. See, that's where the producer comes in.
It's like what Ed Sheeran did, that mashup project.
Yeah.
Into all those rappers.
Exactly, and like how he jumps on Afrobeat records too.
And drill records.
And drill records. He jumped Ed Sheeran to get on anything, you know? Voxy B in the building. Thank you, Sergeant Mad Skills. Appreciate the fish nozzle. Yeah, but Styles P just dropped an album, an independent album, and might be a little too tough for some of y'all. I don't know. And yeah, yo, where y'all from, man? Where y'all from? Ireland. We got Ireland in the house. What time is it there? What time is it in the island? Oh, speaking of collab albums, my man Styles P did a whole album with Havoc. I don't know how much y'all into hip-hop. Suburbs Philly in the building.
Shout out to Wawa.
You know, I apologize about the Super Bowl, Philly. My condolences. You know, all love. I wanted Philly to win, too. I did want it to win. 3 a.m. in Ireland. Good morning. Good morning. Central Cali. I never heard of that. I heard of North Cali. I heard of South Cali. Central Cali? What's Central Cali?
Damn, that's a good question.
What is Central? What city or town is Central Cali? I never heard that in my whole life. Fresno. Oh yeah, Fresno. Shout out to Fresno. Yes. I drove past there a few times. You know, I went to the McDonald's and it looked a little rough. You know what I mean? I was like, hold on, man. I feel like somebody's gonna run past the drive-thru and snatch my food, but it was okay.
Gotcha.
It was okay, you know what I mean? Shout out to Fresno. Yeah, but we were talking about SZA's album. And what were you saying again, Byron?
Just like, you know, if you listen to the album, right, it's very rare that, you know, nowadays we get a project that you can just put on, whether you're driving around or cleaning the house, and don't skip it, right?
Yeah.
Because usually, you know, obviously the days we live in with streaming and so much, you know, content been put in front of us, you can select and handpick and kind of make your own custom, you know, things you want to listen to. But like we were talking in the car, how like it's cohesive from start to finish, and you don't mind that it's on because it's kind of like thought out and like well produced. So basically, we kind of started the conversation on, you know, we feel like anybody obviously can achieve this as like an artist or a musician. You just gotta kind of know what you're doing, but also tap in with people that know what they're doing and kind of like trust in them to kind of spearhead, you know, the sound in the direction you're going for your project, to have it cohesive.
Yeah.
And then the point you brought up was mentioning the type beat, you know, on the internet, which is nothing wrong with type beats, obviously. People do it all the time.
No, I was saying is, you know, what when you were saying that to me earlier, I said that's an example of album really being produced or producer really being allowed to produce, because I feel like from the 2009s and 10s, when we got a lot of like online beat leasing and the type beats, that a lot of artists just basically pick a track and do whatever they want on a track, which is not a problem, but most artists don't know how to produce a record. So they're just looking at the producer as a person who made the beat, and they never give the producer a chance to be like, okay, nah, spit that over, or you could do that better, or yeah, on this part, switch your flow on this part. Or you know what, now that I know the song, let me switch the track up and fit with the subject. Like, we're missing a lot of that because a lot of people just got into, let me pick the beat, spit whatever I spit on it, put it on SoundCloud, and sometimes it connects and blows up momentarily, and then you get a repeat of that. People think that that's enough. So the real producing or production gets taken for granted, and the best albums only have, just one handful of producers, if that. And I'm not talking about 5 producers on one track like you hear now, because people be doing loops and all, but I'm just talking about like 3, 2, or 1 producer doing most of the production and living with the artists and building and guiding them. I mean, look, SZA's album is an example of that. Nas's first album, Illmatic, is an example of 3 producers: Large Professor, Pete Rock, Primo. Like, there's so many examples of like your favorite albums and biggest albums didn't have 100,000 beats from not random, but various producers, where it's sounding like today's playlist, you know what I mean? Like, it's something more about an album telling a story, and the story has to have a cohesive soundtrack. You know what I mean?
Like, even if we go like 5, 6 years ago, Good Kid, Mad City is a prime example, right?
Yeah.
Even though Kendrick had all those mixtapes beforehand, which were still hard, Good Kid, Mad City was like that first, like, holy shit, like front to back.
Yeah.
That replay value.
Yeah.
There was some thought put into it. But then when you think about it in like the larger, retrospect of it, yeah, he had a lot of producers on it, but he had 1 engineer, mixed by Iley. And I'm pretty sure everybody was on the same page on like, how can we make this the best thing possible?
Right.
And because that's the problem. I feel like as an artist, sometimes, yes, it is just you in the room, right? And if you don't have that person you can necessarily tap in with to build something from the ground, or like you said, somebody to say, hey, do this, do it like that. You're just kind of putting stuff out, and then you're like, all right, this is as good as it could be. Mm-hmm. Whereas it could be better. So I think, the more you kind of have people that are on the same page, right? Like synergy, that are kind of like challenging, like, what can we do to make this best? Then that's how you get your best foot forward. Like, right. I beat Will and Nas X, right? So obviously we know the story about Old Town Road, but if he probably honestly would have never got signed, he probably would have never honestly had all the tracks that he has after that, Right. Because he was able to find a team from there, right? Because a lot of people he ended up working with are like, they know what they're doing. And then they kind of all were like on the same page, Shout out to Day Trip, right? Those are like the main.
Day Trip took it to 10.
Yep. Those are like the main producer he worked with after, the Old Town record. And the proof's in the pudding. I mean, he came back and delivered another hit after hit, But yeah, Good Kid, Mad City was a great example of another project, start to finish. You can play. If you want to take it back, we were even talking about producers.
Yeah.
I don't even go far for what it was worth. 21 Savage's first project was like No Heart.
Yeah.
Mixtape with Metro Boomin.
Metro Boomin, want some more?
It was so raw and gritty, but it was a vibe,
Yeah.
Even if, you want to go and listen to Future, Dirty Sprite, same thing. All these, projects are like, people was in a certain mode and they just channel it. You know what I mean? But not saying obviously if you go online and go to YouTube, you couldn't get that. You still got to have that, the people that you trust around you that are probably a little more creative than you, they can kind of push you in that direction. Like you said, producing it out. Yeah. To where it should go,
Carmela says she feel that way about Rihanna's album. Yeah. And I just, you know what? I don't know who engineers her stuff, but I definitely think whoever the executive producer on Rihanna's album knows how to pull it together. Because one thing I say is a lot of times they'll do straight up writing camps for Rihanna. You know what I mean? They'll have so many writers, producers in a camp just trying to come up with songs for her. But when it's all said and done, they do figure it out to keep it cohesive. That is true. You know what I mean?
It's like cooking. It's like if we made like a baked ziti or a lasagna. Yeah, you got all these random ass ingredients, but you know, that cheese keeps everything together.
You said random ass. You have random ass ingredients in your lasagna?
You know what I mean?
They put pickles in your lasagna?
I'm talking about you got the cheese, you got the pasta shells, you got the sauce, you got the eggs. You know, you can't just put that all in the oven and just heat it up. It's got to be some kind of system to the madness, you know?
No doubt. No
So,
doubt.
nah,
Sade working on a new album. Who's excited for Sade?
Yeah, I'll tell you that, man. I'm the first person signing up about that album.
This is no ordinary love.
I got a funny Sade story real quick.
Word?
So
You met Sade?
No. I was in New York, right? I forgot what year it was. I want to say maybe 2013 or 14. It was actually, I think it was like 13. It was whatever year we had like a really bad hurricane, right?
Ooh.
So all my roommates left, and I was just there in the apartment. I bunkered down. I got some Caribbean food. I was in the house. Had a nice stogie cigar, by the way.
Stogie.
And some nice glass of scotch. I had all the windows up in the apartment. I was in Harlem, uptown. And it was the best breeze coming through the window because of the hurricane, like the winds or whatever. And I was just vibing out playing Sade.
Breeze? That ain't no breeze, bro.
It was a breeze. Hurricane. It was just the wind and everything, you know. But we
my
were fine.
shit was just blowing all over the place. But since I was smoking a stogie and having my drink, it felt like a breeze.
That's my Sade story.
Nah, Sade's the shit, though.
Yo, Fon said, I thought he was going to say the breeze of Sade was whooping through the house. I don't know where this was going.
I was sitting in my house and the hurricane was happening. And all of a sudden, I felt the breeze. And then I think I passed out because something flew off the shelf. And I woke up and I saw Sade. Miley Cyrus.
You know, Miley Cyrus, like, she don't miss high key.
Is she still doing white music? Or is she doing black music again? Because she knows she did this stuff with Mike Will, and then she went straight, back to her roots with the country, right?
There goes our sponsors.
We ain't got no sponsors.
Respectfully.
The sponsor is Miley Cyrus. Sponsored by. It was a question. It wasn't disrespect when I said that wasn't disrespectful.
Hey, you're entitled to your opinion, sir.
Hey, bruh. You know what I'm talking about. She was with Mike Will. You know what I mean? Doing all that. And then she went country.
Yes, I know.
And so my question is, the next album more pop country or urban?
You like her Flowers record?
I don't know the Flowers
Can you
record.
play it real quick for a second?
Flowers record?
Yeah. It was like #1 Billboard for like the last 2 weeks.
He was like, bro, it was like #1. Well, like, where you been?
#1.
That's nice. I ain't mad at that. I am not mad at that. But yeah, it just remind me of Bruno Mars right away. I just give you the flowers if I was your man. So she's about to drop a new album.
It's going to be hard.
Hardcore, brother. Hardcore.
Miley is hard.
I agree, brother.
You know who else has been heating up that I've been like following her for years, and she's super dope as a writer, an artist? Ray. He just recently he has like a new situation with human resources. And they've been pushing the hell out of her. But she's getting some traction too. Her song.
You spell her name?
Raye.
Oh yeah, Ray. She's British, right?
Yep. Ray's so hard too.
What do you want me to play from Ray?
Let's play regardless video first. This isn't new. This is old. I just love this. This is
new old shit.
Man, can we cuss on this show?
Of course, man.
This is my shit right here.
New old shit.
Yeah. Hello. Now said she left her label because she had creative differences. You know, because obviously she skates on all like the dance stuff, so she's working with David Guetta and all like the big DJs. But like she wanted to experiment and do more kind of like R&B and hip hop stuff, and then the label just wanted basically all the dance cuts from her.
Yeah.
So the new situation she has now, they're allowing her to do the record she wants. So she has a new record that's out that's been heating up pretty well. You know what? I don't even know what song it is. Her album just came out.
Oh, she just dropped an album?
Yeah, but it was one song in particular. I haven't heard it. I just saw it was like going up.
Oh, hold on. Let me do this real quick. Is this your first time here? This is Crucial Feedback. I started this because people always hit me up in my DMs and send me messages or tag me, or they want me to
get feedback on their music, their tracks and stuff. And I used to try to hit people back and listen and then give feedback. And I was like, yo, it's impossible. I'm one person. I only have a certain amount of hours in a day. I figured that was a good reason to go live. This is how I give feedback to everybody that hits me up, that wants to share and get some feedback on what they're working on, or even feedback on what they have out and want to promote. This is how and when and why I do this. I love to share my opinion. If I can help, add some good words, cool. If I can't, I can't. Everything ain't for everybody. When you do send tracks in, I want you to be here live. Because if I'm gonna take the time, you take the time too, then this respect is mutual.
All right? Yeah, you're listening to the smooth sounds of the Key Focus podcast. All right. Anybody watches Kai
On Twitch, the streamer.
on Twitch? This guy right now, he has 95,000 people watching him, yo.
Eating food out of a bag.
Eating food
Actually,
out of
eating
a trash bag.
bugs. He's eating bugs right now.
He's eating bugs?
God damn it.
Oh! He's eating bugs? Oh, that's scary. This guy's eating bugs right now. He has 95,000 people watching him eat bugs. That's crazy. I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I should eat some bugs.
Yo, Tyler the Creator did that. Like his first video.
Oh, yeah, he did
Remember
that.
that? The black and white joint.
Yeah, Tyler Creator definitely ate some bugs in the video. That's for sure.
Eating bugs and biting the head off a bat or a bird. Respectfully. No disrespect against
who
Peter.
did it?
Ozzy
Meatloaf
Osbourne.
did that first.
He before Ozzy?
The rock star, Meatloaf. Yeah, Ozzy. Yeah, you're right. You know what I mean? Ozzy, yeah. Text says Ozzy. Yeah.
Sharon.
Sharon. Yeah, they had a reality show too.
I can't lie,
MTV,
though.
right?
That shit was hard. I watched that. Yeah.
Yeah. She held him down.
They were pre-Kardashians with that too. They showed how they lived. They was living crazy.
Sharon is the original, what's her name? Sharon is the original Chris. Except she was pimping her husband, not her daughters. Allegedly.
Something about 2006, right?
Mm-hmm.
That some of the best albums, in my opinion, was that year. So this one, Nelly Furtado Loose, which was crazy.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of people slept on Busta Rhymes' Big Bang. That's what he did with Dr. Dre. You talking about a great project though?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of everybody on there. Primo, Scratch.
Well,
Blaze.
what do you think it was?
I don't know, but it was hard though. Swiss was on there. Like,
Wait, this was 2000. What year was it?
2006. You said what it was in 2006? I don't know. Even if, let me see.
Was he on the right level?
Busta
label?
Rhymes? I think he
What
was.
label was he on
Aftermath
right
then.
there?
That was the Aftermath project.
That's what it was.
But he had some big records on that project. Touch It was on there.
yeah, but that's what it was.
And then I love my B Word. That was a big one too.
But that's
For
what it
I Am.
was. You said it. Like, because his other album, I don't. What was he on? Electra or some shit before then?
That was Def Jam, right?
I don't think he was.
Violator.
Violator,
Yeah,
yes. That's what it was. I love Dr. Dre, but sometimes he doesn't know. Because Dr. Dre had Rakim at one time. You got the father of the modern day rap style, and they had the joint with Truth Hurts. You know, that was fire. Yeah, like that album, it says right here, it had East Coast rap, hardcore hip hop, June 13th. And it dropped in the summer too. What happened?
That project was hard. I don't know if anybody on the stream
Said
listens to that.
Busta Rhymes. Green Lantern was on there. Green Lantern had something. DJ Scratch. Love DJ. DJ Scratch gave Busta Rhymes some of his biggest records. Give me some more. And J Dilla, Jelly Roll, Swiss Beats, Mark Batson. That's my guy, Mark Batson. That came from the Dre camp for sure. Mr. Porter, come on, man.
And it's not
Shot
dated.
Money.
You can go listen to it now, and it
Timberland.
came out today, which is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a heavyweight album. Oh, yeah, Touch It. Yeah, but Touch It did well. New York shit. In the Ghetto,
That's where James.
yeah, the Rick James
When I
sample,
was
right?
a young boy living in the ghetto.
Wasn't that?
In the ghetto.
That wasn't Just Blaze on that one? Who did the Ghetto? No, Just Blaze is not on this album. Let's see, Big Bang, full album, Big Bang. Well, the Give Me Some More definitely was killing it.
That string sample on the back.
Oh, that was from Psycho, right? That was DJ Scratch. And DJ Scratch got his own app, by the way. Y'all check DJ Scratch out on IG and support that app because he's killing it. Shout out to DJ Scratch. Legends still doing their thing, you know what I mean?
So, in your opinion, excluding Tyler the Creator, what artist you feel is at the level that Busta was given during this time?
During this time?
Like creatively, like
Missy.
No, my bad. I'm talking about like right now.
Right now. Nobody's putting that much effort.
Tyler is, but I mean, like somebody like I feel like if an artist came out now, right, with the energy and consistency of Travis Scott, but on this level, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Well, mixed with a little Tyler Creator, it'd be crazy, you know? I feel like because Tyler and Travis are, you know, they're both, you know, hard as hell in their own lanes.
Right.
And they kind of do the same shit. They both throw festivals.
Right.
They both have a crazy, you know, underground cult following.
Right.
But, you know, we saw this video. Like, I feel like not a lot of people are, you know, pushing the boundaries.
Not today. Like, people are not putting that much effort in videos per se, except Tyler, because Tyler's directing the videos as well.
Oh, Tierra Whack too. We gotta.
Tierra Whack, yes.
I don't know what she's doing
Whack.
now, but her older original shit was hard.
Yeah, what happened to Tierra Whack? She had a good promise.
Probably her label.
She picked the wrong label. That
Another
shit
story
can
for another
happen.
day.
Yeah, you can't pick.
She
the
was
wrong
hard though.
label.
That Mumble joint.
Yes.
That was my first introduction to her. And then do you remember when she came out with that project?
With the snippets, with the 7 videos, and
And all the songs were like 1 minute long. Smart as hell. And they did those thought out production videos.
She just picked the wrong label, like you said. Picked the wrong label. Tierra Whack. Let's play some of Tierra Whack.
Well, here's the thing though too. So do you feel
I'm listening.
from a creative standpoint of view, right? Obviously we know what Travis can do and Tyler. But like let's say if a New York drill artist came out tomorrow, right? And they had like this quality of like production, you think anybody would care? Or you think they would like automatically stand out?
Well, the drill is a different vibe. The drill is not about being animated and larger than life. The drill is about being street. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a different type of genre. Like, drill is more about talking about your ops and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? It's a different energy.
No, I'm saying if they use the video as a contrast, you know what I'm saying? Even though they were talking about like serious
Like,
street
even
shit.
like the drill, like the king of drill is Chief Keef, and you saw how they videos were.
It's just a shot in somebody's kitchen.
And 17 young boys with no shirt on in a 1-bedroom apartment. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that was enough. I feel what you're trying to say, but I think drill is the wrong example. I like the video from what's her name? Gotta catch another flight. Especially the Jersey Bounce version.
Coileray?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that was high energy.
Right.
I mean, you know, she got a promising career. Like, people got on her about her numbers and stuff. And I like the way she's creating her own lane and own zone without, emphasizing who her pops was. You know what I mean?
Right. One hit can change your life.
Yeah. Got to catch another flight. And the remix at that really took it off. Like, we still need that type of music. Like, I feel like a lot of hip hop has made artists or people look at art in a way where it's like, that whole keeping it real term. Like, I can only rap about what my real life is or whatever, even though there's always exaggeration, but we forget that it's an art form, and a lot of these young artists, especially in the drill genre and et cetera, feel like they need to be literal in their lyrics, where it's at the point where they're snitching and dry snitching on themselves on record, like it's cool, like it's keeping up a tradition or something, you know what I mean? Which is a straight facade. Well, not a facade on their point, but the whole idea of keeping it real has messed up a lot of these artists' life. You know what I mean? Like, even when you think of this whole Young Thug and the Rico and YSL, and, you know, they've been trying to use rap lyrics against you in the court of law since the 90s when somebody shot up somebody and they blamed it on Tupac lyrics. You know what I mean? That's why I love Dave Chappelle when he used to do those skits when keeping it real goes wrong. Remember that? When keeping it real goes wrong. And that's what I'm saying. It's like you have a whole generation feeling like keeping it real on records or songs is what gives you validity, what makes you, you know, something important, when those artists you emulating or was inspired by was just doing art, you know? Gangster rap was studio gangsters, as they say, right? Like, who started? Who was the biggest gangster rappers in the world? It was NWA in the beginning, right? Late 80s, it was NWA. But if you really listen to the album and stuff, yeah, they had straight ignorant stuff, but they also had political driven, conscious stuff in the music. And when they did the gangster stuff, it was like a joke. Like Eazy-E was like, I'm not even a rapper. I'm just saying all this because I have the personality, people know me, and I can rap this, and people take it serious, right? And then if you ask, I seen plenty of interviews with Dr. Dre, and Dr. Dre said, yo, this is just entertainment. Like, if I'm saying I'm going to shoot somebody in the head on a record and you go out and do it, that's stupid. That's the way he saw it. Like, I'm just entertaining. This is not real. This is just music. But unfortunately, you have impressionable children who don't have the real guidance, and they listening to stuff on repeat. And I bring that up because human psychology knows that repetition programs people, right? That's the difference between watching a gangster movie and listening to music. You might watch the gangster movie once, maybe twice in a month, but you listening to that same song 4 or 5 times a day for weeks, especially back in them days. Today is a different story because songs die quicker. But imagine listening to a gangster album every day, 4 times a day. The album is like 45 minutes, 50 minutes long, so you heard it 4 times in a day. You heard it every day. Now you program with these thoughts in your head. Now, yeah, if you've grown already, it's not going to influence you. But kids are listening to this, even with the explicit sticker, right? I remember Jody Gershon, right? Her song was Mad Young. He's older now. He's a producer. He's doing whatever. But I remember her telling me Eminem is his favorite artist. And he was 10 years old. I was like, what? Y'all know, you know Eminem albums. I'm like, Eminem is his favorite artist at 10 years old? Word? Like, he's not even supposed to be listening to that. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just on that demographic. And I will always tell people, like, the difference between, because people be like, oh, yeah, it's just music and it don't really do nothing. It don't matter. It depends on the parents. That shit is a lie, bro. This is why the media is so protected. This is why the media is so powerful. Because human nature is, or the human mind and psychology works, people copy what they see and they say what they hear. And I always bring this example up. How many times when you used to listen to the radio, you hear a song you hate, and then you notice you in the shower and you start singing it, and you like, why am I singing this song? I hate this song. Because the repetition in the program goes to the subconscious. Consciously, you hate that song, but subconscious, it's in your mind. It's going to come out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? So if you couple that with a young mind that's not even developed, because they say your brain is not fully developed till you're 25 years old, and they listening to all this all day, and they thinking, yo, I'm not a studio gangster. I'm not fake. I gotta keep it real for hip hop. I gotta spit my life. And it's causing a lot of problems because you got this idea and you were influenced by artists who this wasn't their life at all. You're influenced by someone who's living a facade and you doing your best to show that you're accurate to your real life. And that's what's happening with drill music. Almighty words of Dave Chappelle, when keeping it real goes wrong. You know what I mean? Be an artist, have fun with it, embellish on it. That's the difference between like when I listen to Eminem and I listen to Redman and they say, I jumped through the sky and I shot this guy, blah, blah, blah. I know it's just entertainment because they're not trying to present it like it's real and serious. They're being jokish and they're being funny. Even Biggie was because it's a thin line between gangster and comedy. That's why Robert De Niro can do gangster films and comedy films and you still love him. It's a thin line. Like when Biggie says, oh, you better talk to him before he lose a part to him, arm, leg, like that's comedy. You know what I'm saying? It's a thin line. Like, you know he's exaggerating and it's fine. Because that's what art is. Let's not forget the art part in hip hop. And I bring that up because we played a couple of examples of the art part with Busta and Santa Gold and Tierra Whack. You know what I mean? Like, even one of the biggest groups in hip hop, everybody praises, Outkast. They shows you the artistic part. That's my message to any artist out there that's on the fence or feel like they can't compete with today's music or they gotta, go to jail to be a rapper. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a rapper because I ain't doing nothing in jail. Like, all that, fuck all that. Live your life, bring it to people how you feel it, and embellish, man. Be an art. Art can imitate life, and life imitates art, whatever the case may be, but art is supposed to be bigger than life. It's supposed to make you think more than just the normal propaganda. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to make you uncomfortable. It's supposed to go against the grain. That's what art is supposed to do. It's supposed to say things everybody was afraid to say. That's been lost in today's music a lot, especially with AI and technology. Everybody want to follow the algorithm of what's working. But don't forget that AI can only present to you what's already been done, what's already been proven. AI is not coming up with original stuff out of nowhere, out of the atmosphere. They're taking data that's already been inputted or outputted in the world, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, it's like, oh, make me a song and such in the vein of Eminem. Says, yeah, but if there was no Eminem, it couldn't do it. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what we got to remember. Like, you cannot compete with AI trying to be robotic and copy formulas. You're going to lose. I know a lot of artists get nervous about technology. Oh, my God, producer's going to be out of a job. Songwriter, I'm going to be artist. No. This is the time where you need to go inside and be more in touch with your soul, more in touch with your spirit, more in touch with your experience and translate that out. AI can't do that. AI can only copy what the human experience is, but AI cannot have a human experience. Like if I heard a song from AI saying, I struggled and said, I don't believe you. How was AI struggling? Humans struggle through life. And when you have an artist that you know about their struggle and you've seen it in real time or not, you like that song because you believe them. You're not going to believe an AI struggle, right or wrong.
No, I get it, 1,000%.
So that's my message to people who's afraid of technology and artificial intelligence as a creative. Like, you don't have to fear it. You just need to tap in to your life, your soul, your experience, and express it the best way you can, imperfect as possible. Like, don't try to be perfect. Don't try to fix it up, because that's what artificial shit is. You know what I'm saying? Message. Anyway, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Peace out. Love is love.
How y'all feel out there?
We out. Thank you.